As digital media becomes the foundation of daily life, communication is evolving. For younger generations who have never known a world without constant connectivity, media shapes how they speak, interact, and view the world. But this shift in communication affects all ages. Adults and seniors are just as likely to feel its influence. Information now travels faster than ever, and it affects the way news is sent out and received. Live streaming platforms, television news, social media, and messaging apps all play a role in how society communicates. However, these platforms don't just report. They filter, frame, and sometimes distort. Even when the truth is delivered, it's often incomplete. In a world where media dominates communication, the question remains, are we truly hearing the whole story? Flava Rossini from Boston University states that, quote, Pew Research Center study confirmed that 64% of U.S. adults say that the fabricated news stories cause a great deal of confusion about the basic facts of current events, and that they are unable to identify the bot as a source of misinformation, implying that they cannot detect and disregard fake news, unquote. With this statistic in mind, let's take a look at some people with first-hand experience with news media. As a high school student, how have you seen social media influence your classmates' political opinions?
I think it makes people think they have a good idea of what's going on politically, but they just know what other people are telling them and they don't know the truth.
Based on your experience in a public workplace, have you observed political ignorance caused by the media? If so, how did it affect you and your coworkers?
Well, I've definitely seen people believe what they see in the media without checking it. So it's had an impact on discussions where people are believing they're informed but are actually uninformed because they didn't verify what they were, listening to and then repeating.
Do you believe the news media has influenced your personal beliefs or shaped the way you view current issues?
I think that's impossible to think that news media doesn't affect my personal beliefs or how I view what's going on in the world. The whole point is to try to get informed. So obviously you're going into it hoping that it's going to shape your beliefs. How does it affect me personally? Mostly, unfortunately, I think it shapes my beliefs in how other people are thinking. Not necessarily how I feel about a situation. But I have noticed that even that, like sometimes I might feel like I'm in the minority for what I think, and because of the way news shapes the news, that's why I feel that way. But then I find out statistically or polls or something, and I find out, yeah, the country's just pretty much 50-50. So I think it shapes my ideas about what other people actually think. It makes me feel more like I'm in the minority more often than not.
As you can see, the public lacks confidence in information they receive from social media. This uncertainty influences their surroundings, their relationships, and even their personal outlook. With the way news is now filtered and presented, public opinion, political responses, and emotions can easily be distorted. Dr. Maitani Arnoso Martinez from the Journal of Social Psychology explains this concept by stating that, quote, the meanings and images that are transmitted by the media are powerful in shaping the emotional responses of citizens. There is empirical evidence that media content can elicit particular emotions, unquote. Society is affected every day by mass media in many aspects of life. As people begin to examine the integrity and dishonesty of social media, we may discover new ways to communicate effectively and truthfully. Until then, many individuals will either feel distrust toward the media or fall victim to the constant stream of misinformation it spreads.